Touchdown, Shaq rolling. Instant offense. Is it good? It is! Elliott Fry. Going to overtime against number 5 Missouri. 4th and goal from the 15. It's all right here. Touchdown, Carolina. Snap it back, put it down, trying to tie it up.
He missed it! He missed it! He missed it! He missed it!
Carolina wins it on the road. And for the 5th straight year, they have beaten the Clemson Tigers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium. Now put your hands together for your South Carolina Gamecocks.
All my Carolina Gamecocks, stand up, even 4th down and 9 yards. Ain't giving up. 2005 stage Spurrier. We blowing up. What's the reason for that other team? Showing up with my Carolina Gamecocks. Stand up, bust the lines with our helmets down. Bows up. What's the reason for that other team? Showing up with my Carolina Gamecocks. Stand up.
Now it's team control. The sands of the mud. See, Carolina's never giving up. Running through your defense. Who the bad? It's showtime. Gamecocks to the goal line. Come and tear it up. See, they're scared of us. Ain't too many that's bad as us. Send them back where they came from. We don't play with them. Get them out of the stadium. Get them ready for the touchdown. See, their fans on hush now when the clutch now getting rough now. Got them all on panic mode. When the Gamecock band explodes. Better man up. If you're proud to be a Carolina Gamecock fan, put your hand up. You know the deal when we hit the field. Cause that kickoff time, believe it's all real. Now who wants some? Come get some. True chance, number 1 in this division. I don't let the haters worry me. See the black and the garnet squad. Hit hard. Where my Gamecock fans in the place at? Put them up. Show me where your game face at. Where my Gamecock fans in the place at? Put them up. Show me where your game face at.
Carolina Gamecocks, stand up, even 4th down and 9 yards. Ain't giving up. 2005 Steve Spurrier. We blowing up. What's the reason for that other team? Showing up with my Carolina Gamecocks. Stand up, bust the lines with our helmets down. Bows up, what's the reason for that other team? Showing up with my Carolina Gamecocks. Stand up.
Yeah, go Cox, hit them on the line, backs on the grind, win on your mind. Black magic, back in the fizzle, action on the play, pass up the middle. We don't give a damn if it's 4th and 9. We can run that play like a 2nd and 8. Bring your weak leg back to the front of the line, and like a coop full of cops, we rushing the gate. Another first down, put some out of bounds. Clock stopping the ball for the touchdown. Heartbeat. 85,000 fans with my arms try to get them all to calm down. So cocky, try to stop me. Big boys on the line, but they block me. You on the field with the good on greats, fairgrounds for them tails we gave. Everybody from the Gamecocks stand up, represent, put your hands up. Gamecocks stand up, represent, put your hands up. Gamecocks stand up, represent, put your hands up. Gamecocks stand up, represent, put your hands up.
My Carolina Gamecocks, stand up, even 4th down and 9 yards. Ain't giving up. 2005 Steve Spurrier. We blowing up. What's the reason for that other team? Showing up with my Carolina Gamecocks. Stand up, bust the lines with our helmets down. Bows up. What's the reason for that other team? Showing up with my Carolina Gamecocks. Stand up.
Hey, you guys, and this is AllDayLive, and I thank everybody for watching today because this is going to be something about kids' growth and youth programs. We shouldn't call kids. I am WillPWilson. This is AllDayLive, and we've got Brian Mann. Brian, it's good to see Keith Dougherty. It's good to see you as well.
Thanks,
and,
Will.
Good to see James Wlos. James, thank you, PSKS.org. Peace in the Streets for Kids on the Streets. And Brian, We're greatly honored. Now, I know we're going to try to put a lot into this next 26 minutes so we can teach them about these programs and the Northwest Cardinals, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, the Northwest Cardinals are a semi-pro football team here in the Northwest for this next coming season here in the Northwest. What's the football league?
The football league is the Northwestern Football League, sir. And our season starts in May.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about that. You're the coach of this? I mean...
Yes, I'm the coach and currently in the process, finishing the process is to become the full owner of the team.
Okay.
And what it is an opportunity for a bunch of guys to get together. There's no pay involved other than personal gratification and knowing that you work in a team environment to achieve victory. You know, and it's just a bunch of guys from the age of 18. We got some guys that are 30 and a couple years above to come together and play the game of football. It's full contact. NFL rules apply. You know, there's spots on the team. If anybody wants to come out, we still got spots on the team. Anybody wants to help coach, I'm always welcome to that. You know, just come out. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna play some football. We're gonna stick to some fundamentals. What you don't know, we're gonna teach you. I'm not a hard coach to get along with. You know, I just want to work with you and fine-tune your skills that you already have. If you got no football experience but love the game of football and want to play, you know, to show off for your girlfriend or do whatever you want to do, give me a call. I'll invite you to practice, and everybody's got a spot on my team. There's no limit to the people that I can have. We can always use you in some way. You know, and for a lot of people, this is going to be the next opportunity, maybe fresh out of high school and wasn't quite good enough to get noticed by the colleges locally and around the nation. We're going to do what we can do to help promote you. I got some equipment available that I'll be able to put together highlight reels from you. Like I said, the season starts in May. It's a 9-game season. We're based out of Federal Way, but we're playing all across the Washington area, playing different teams in the Northwestern League. You know, my number is posted on the screen. Mr. Willis took the opportunity to do so. Feel free to contact me if you want to play, if you want to coach. I have season tickets available for $25. That includes 8 home games. It also gets you a free beverage during the game. We like your sport. We're going to have t-shirts for sale. If you want to help us out in any way, run concessions or anything, that's going to be available. We're going to make it affordable. I know that a lot of us live on a limited budget. It's just an opportunity to get younger people together and positively interact with amongst each other. We know there's so much negativity out here in this world, and a lot of us can use the love of football that we have and come together and unite under that cause and have a lot of fun doing so and play some good old smash mouth football. You know, I'm an SEC guy, born and raised in South Carolina. That's all we do down there is play smash mouth football. So, you know, but I just want to help the young guys as well as help myself by helping the youth and those who want to learn. I'm also helping myself. You know, my passion for the game of football has been a lifelong one. It's carried me through a lot of situations. You know, I always try to be the best player that I could be. I try to be the best person I can be, the best coach I can be. I'm not a limited-minded coach. If you got an offensive play, a defensive scheme that you want to run on my team, we're going to make that happen. We're going to try it out, and if it works and it produces positive things for our team, then we're going to steal into the playbook. There's no set playbook as of yet. We practice Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I understand that you have job obligations. If you are late or cannot make it, I fully understand you got to pay your bills. You know, it's just an opportunity to allow people to come together and play the game of football. And possibly, if it's your dream to move to the next level, we're going to do what we can do to highlight your skills and to get you in that direction. A lot of that requires you as a player to put forth the effort, and that is to play each down like you're the other 10 men on the field, like you want them to play for you. You know, which brings me to my next issue. Like I said, I just recently moved up here to the Seattle area. Met a young man today that's got a lot of same dreams I do, is helping the youth of today, keeping them off the streets. You know, and me and this young man, I'm not going to say his name, but he's a great guy, and you just feel that sometimes when you meet people, because that is my total aim. Just a quick biography about myself. I grew up in a pretty rough area, Columbia, South Carolina. Some unfortunate events took me away from my mother and father, so I was raised in group homes and everything, but and I say that to say that's not a bad thing, because God has a plan for every last one of us, and I firmly believe that God is in my life every day and in every step, and I have to institute him in it, and definitely have to give God a big shout out for being there for me, you know, pulling me through some things. But, you know, so as my life progressed and football was over, I went down some wrong roads that led to a temporary incarceration. During this incarceration, I had to learn to stop blaming the world and blame myself for my actions. And, you know, so post-incarceration release, I just had this vision that I wanted to help the kids of the world. Every child that I could touch, you know, whether regardless of their age, And so speaking with this young man that I had the opportunity to meet with today, his social skills and his years on this earth, which are just a few short years greater than mine, combined with my experience on the quote unquote streets and some of the things I've been through, we can make a lot of noise and interact with the community, not just the children, because there are a lot of us adults that need fine tuning too, myself included. So that's just my dream here in the Seattle area, is to bring from down south what I was able to make some noise with down there, and to help the lives of as many individuals as I can, personally putting God first in everything that I do, and also just instituting just the talk. Talk is everything, talking is free. It don't cost a lot of money just to talk to the community, to the gang members, to, those who are maybe misguided, or just, misunderstood. A lot of times we live in a world that, has changed in the last 25 years. A lot of single-parented households, and even then the parent that is there in their life has to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet in this economy. So, I can't be nobody's father or mother, but I can be a friend that they can talk to. And coming here to Seattle, God works in mysterious ways. Here I am just picking up a little part-time job, driving trucks for a particular company, and I meet this young man to my right here by the name of Keith Dogherty, and wow, words cannot express this young man. He tells me all the time that I help him out, but only, by helping you out, it helps me out too. And the positive thing about having a brother like you in my life is that we can make noise together, and that 2 people from 2 different areas, but definitely shout out to the East Coast, because we're both from the East Coast, Boston and South Carolina. But man, we're gonna make a lot of noise. We got some people that's willing to help us, some people that are already making some noise, and we're gonna make some noise in this community in a positive direction. Possibly some opportunity with the Seahawks players, maybe coming our way, and that's a good thing, because their popularity will help us get the message out. But overall, I just, going back to the football thing, it's an opportunity for young men to come out, and young women. There's no rules in the league says young women cannot play. If you got the talent, young lady, I'm going to put you on my team, and I will make you a starter. And so your age is irrelevant. Your skill set is irrelevant. I don't care if you never played football. I got a young man on my team who's never played football, but he's listened to me and took my guidance, and he's coming along pretty well. He didn't have much money, and he told me that. I went and bought him a pair of cleats. I told him, you can't be out here on my field, and I don't need you hurt. So, contact information's on the bottom of the page. Mr. Wills is provided that for you. Feel free to call me, text me, email me, anything you want to. Any way you want to contribute to this team. If you want to be a cheerleader, we'll get you a set of pom-poms and let you cheerlead the Northwest Cardinals, because we're going to go ahead and take this championship this year, and the first year of existence. New ownership, of course, and that's going to be a big thing. Just trying to get this message out here about the Northwest Cardinals and about the leagues. It starts before the NFL, starts before college football. So give you opportunity to come out and watch some football prior to that. Gentlemen, occupy your time. I know you missed that football. I wish I could hibernate when it wasn't football season. But just want to make a lot of positive movements in my new community. Seattle is a great area. The Fife area, Federal Way, Tacoma, everything. Anywhere in Washington that I can, I want to make some noise and bring a lot to the community, because we need, community involvement is going down in America, and we need to bring that back up, and understand that the youth of today are our future of tomorrow, and if they're not guided properly, then, we're in for a bad future, and, with governmental issues right now, we're already in enough trouble, so we don't need no more, but that's another day, another subject. So just getting the message out here, and I think at this time I'm passing on to this young man to my right, Keith, and let him talk a little bit about some movements he's trying to make.
Well, my life's been blessed ever since Brian got out here to the West Coast. Without a doubt, he's got a mission, and he's dedicated to giving back, much the same way as WillPWilson and James over here doing what he's doing on the streets. Just a bunch of group of people together trying to serve the next generation, trying to help build people up instead of tearing them down. What I saw today with Brian meeting with the gentleman that I know is those two are just kindred spirits, and the work that they can do is just going to be legendary. When he brought up the word Seahawks, I'm not trying to ride their coattails. I'm real proud of the Seahawks, even being a Patriots fan. They stuck together like a team this year. They proved that they could play well, and they did it all the way through till the end of the season. I was one of the guys that stuck behind Pete Carroll when he was in New England because I believed in him, and it was real great to see him do that. But really, the winning is what people love, and it makes people happy and gives them a reason to smile. And Brian's made a lot of people smile since he's been here. He doesn't brag about it. He doesn't boast about it. He just does it. And anybody that comes across this organization of the Northwest Cardinals is going to feel blessed and lucky and fortunate that they crossed his path. I can't describe it all. You have to experience it. So I would suggest anybody that even wants to see somebody doing good in the community to come out and support his football, whether you like football or not. Just come out and watch. You're going to see a real coach in action, building his team players up. And when he talks about winning the championship, he can back it up. Anyways, I'm just grateful that Will had time today for the show. And I'm grateful that Brian's here, and I'm grateful that James is here. And that's all I can really say at this point.
There's one thing that Keith is leaving out because he makes a great movement for the veterans. Those who made it possible for us to live freely today. So I want you to talk a little bit about that, Keith. Because
Okay.
the veterans are important in our lives.
No, I appreciate it. I went in front of the University of Washington Law School. They have an entrepreneurial law clinic. Anybody that has a great business concept should go and speak to the entrepreneurial law clinic. I took a concept there called bidtoeat.com. It's kind of funny because when I went into trade market, a patent attorney in San Francisco tried to steal it and tried to present the idea as his own at TechCrunch. They didn't believe him. They believed me. The reason they believe me is because I'm definitely committed to helping veterans and their families, and I'm trying to bridge the gap between our federal government and what a civilian can do. I've never served in the military. I'm grateful for every one of the people that have served our country and given me the freedom I have. So what I can do is I can network people. I'm really good at putting resources together and finding solutions. One of my buddies that I help is a retired master sergeant down in Houston, Texas. He told me I stood with him every step of the way, and I won't take any credit for it. I'm very proud of him for working for General Electric now because he's hiring people all over the Southeast right now. That's a miracle because that just means that I can help anybody that's sitting up here in the Northwest without a job right now, doesn't know what to do next, getting really frustrated. Any veteran that comes back to this state with PTSD and just doesn't know where to turn, well, guess what? I have a great contact with you that actually hires people for GE, and he does give people a chance. He will battle corporate. Believe it or not, in a big company like that, he'll go to bat for somebody. That's just who he is. He's a man of his word. He taught me something about honesty, integrity, loyalty, and leadership. And I call that taking the hill. I might have stolen it from the Marines, I don't know. But that's just something I believe in. And he's going to do a public speaking tour on that at some point. And I'm going to entitle that Taking the Hill. And it's going to be from Abraham Negron, retired master sergeant. That man lives every word that he says. He's like Brian. He found out that near the Houston VA hospital, people couldn't get rides to go to a doctor's appointment. These are veterans that served us that can't even get a ride to a doctor's appointment. He's figured out a way to do it, and he went and got a business license. And he said, I might have to be his driver for a while, so I may end up in Houston for a bit. But I have no problem doing that. I think it's a wonderful thing. Somebody else said it couldn't be done, and he did it. So those are the kind of people I associate with, and I just love being around positive people that are backing up their words with their actions.
Incredible. Real quick, I was going to ask Mrs. WillPWilson, can you give us some input real quick about, Brian, about the, what's it called, second chances?
Second chance.
Bring it up right here. Second chances. What is that? Right there. Give some input on that, Brian.
Okay. I'm starting a program called Second Chance, and what it is, it's just an opportunity for me to reach out to, I keep saying the youth, but to me, youth is not a number. Youth is a mentality. So to those who may have been astray, myself personally, I spent 8 years incarcerated. Changed my life around. That was a long time ago, but it's still fresh in my mind because you have to remember where you come from to know where you're going. I had a lot of dreams that I could have accomplished earlier in life that I'm just now accomplishing. Frederick Douglass, one of the great men in history, is quoted as saying, the only dreams that come true are the ones you make come true. So Second Chance is just an opportunity for individuals to come together, for us to outreach and use community resources to, make positive movements amongst each other as a community. And as it proceeds to get along, I would love to be able to be active in the community, cleaning up the parks, cleaning up the streets, the highways, doing what we can do to make the greater Seattle community a better place. It's also an opportunity. I talk to gentlemen every now and then that are, fathers who have stories of their own, and it's an opportunity for people to come together. Second chance involves, that sometimes we have a first chance in life and we don't necessarily accomplish the goals we set in it. There may be some minor setbacks and stuff, and we all have that. Second chance is the opportunity for us to come together and make them first chances happen through the second chance. God forgives us. A lot of people feel that society doesn't forgive them. I've known a lot of people that was incarcerated with me that came out with that same mentality. And I never accepted that. I never accepted that there wasn't no chance. Nobody was going to hire me. Nobody was going to give me a job. I worked at the Waffle House making waffles and sausage and fried eggs all day. But it was a job. It was legal. It kept me busy. And I worked my way all the way through management. Very lucrative career. And I thank Mr. Tom and Mr. Joe, the founders of the Waffle House, for giving me that opportunity, for believing in me. It's just the opportunity to let people know there's somebody here for you. We're going to do what we can to try to find you a job. Not just a job. We're going to do what we can do to get you in school. Whatever your needs are to help you achieve your goals, that's what Second Chance is going to do for you. And all it requires is that you talk, that you be open and honest, because what's discussed within walls of Second Chance is going to stay within Second Chance. It would not even be discussed, at home or nothing, because it's like saying when you go to a doctor, they're not supposed to share your information. So I'm not going to share your information with nobody that is not involved with Second Chance. So, and I extend this out to parents. If you just need somebody to talk to your child, maybe they're getting in a little bit of trouble at school or something, or doing some things that children do growing up in their teenage years, feel free to call me any time of day or night. I will meet with you and your child. We will discuss. We will go through a family counseling session. Totally free. I'm not Dr. Phil, but I've been through some things, and we can find a solution together. I'm not the type just to get in there and tell you this is the way it needs to be done, this is what needs to be done. No, we're going to come up with a solution together that's better for everybody, to make everybody's situations better. So Second Chance, in a long story short, is just an opportunity for people who missed out on that first chance. Help them realize you didn't miss out on it. It just got delayed a little bit, and for us to come together and, as a community and as individuals in the community, to come together and prove that there are power in numbers, for that statement to be correct, and to make a lot of noise together in positive direction, to do things. Hey, if we need to, we can take it back to elementary and middle school, and we can go on field trips together, just to fellowship and have a lot of fun. Personally, I'm a Christian. I believe in God and His importance in my life, that without Him, I can do nothing. And if you're not comfortable talking about religion, we won't talk about that. But, I got to put that out there because God is number one in my life. It's just an opportunity for us to work with the community to establish, with some politicians, to get the noise out here that we need their help, to make things happen for these people, to give second chances for employers, to give second chances. There's always that question on the application. And I inspire anybody, fill it out truthfully. And when they ask you what you did, don't write nothing. Just put "will explain" in the interview. There's something I learned in a business class. This a lot of times is going to make the situation a little bit better. So it's just an opportunity for people to get together and do positive things together, and to reach these youth of America before they are too lost. Even though I believe there's personally not a such thing as too lost. And create a sense of positivity amongst the group, to inspire each other to reach out to these jobs. I put in every bit of footwork that I have to do to help you out in any way that I can. Day or night, call me. I will be here to help you out in any way that I can.
Real quick, Brian, I was going to mention this is WillPWilson. And by the way, Keith, I apologize if I didn't introduce you earlier at the beginning of the show. Maybe I didn't.
Don't worry about it.
But I got you up there right now so that they know that, and I appreciate that. And so everybody knows what you've been doing out here in the Northwest. You've been up against a lot of stuff here, and you've done an incredible job, Keith. And now we're going to be coaching, huh? Is that possible?
Yeah. I'll be helping in some capacity.
Yeah. So, Brian, as far as second chances, it's going to be a program for young males, in 20s, 30s.
It's not just males. It's females. Also, anybody who feels misguided, misunderstood, it's an opportunity for you to be heard and to share with us what your dreams are and what we can do to achieve them.
So it's a youth program.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's not football. Football's the Northwest Cardinals, right?
Exactly.
That's a whole
Northwest
different
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
You're soon to be Northwest Division champion, sir.
I can't blame them on that point. And so you're going to be recruiting here pretty quick on that, right? The Northwest Cardinals. So
Oh,
right
exactly.
here?
We've already started practicing, but I got spots on my team.
Okay.
You know, and if you're like me and a little bit too old and a little bit too banged up from your future years of playing and you want to help coach, I welcome you. I need all the help that I can get. Offense, defense, special teams, whatever you can contribute to the team. If you just want to tow the water jug, you know, hey, that's fine with me too. We need all the help that we can get to make this organization a success and to bring these champions forth in each and every individual of this Northwest Cardinals team. So, you know, that's about it I got on that.
They can get a hold of you at 865,
Yes, sir.
something like that,
Yes, sir. It's right down the bottom of the screen.
202-2474. We got it right there.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay.
Call me, text
And-
me,
Yeah.
IM me, Snapchat me, do whatever you got to do. I'm on all that. You can hit me on Twitter. I'm at Mr_Gamecock on Twitter. Very active on the Twitter front. So y'all look me up, contact me, and let's get this football life going for you. And
Yeah, yeah. Well, and you know, it's kind of interesting, but football players are tougher than people realize. They just don't know how tough they are. But sometimes football players don't know how tough they are either.
the
But,
good
you know,
football players are tougher than anybody. You know,
Yeah.
I constantly dispute the game of football. You know, not dispute it, talk about it. And a lot of players are like, let's take for instance, after the NFC Championship game, Mr. Richard Sherman, Mr. Shut 'em down cornerback, he went on a little bit of tyrant, you know, and a lot of people, he's a thug. No, as a lifelong football fan, player, and everything, to me, that showed his passion, you know, and that's what I want on my football field. I want the,
We got 5 minutes.
you
Go,
know,
yeah.
okay, I want the passion that Richard Sherman has to, you know, to boast a little bit, you know, but also play for the other 10 members of your team on the field with you. You know, so y'all come on out. Let's be a part of this Cardinals organization. We're going to the championship this year, and we're going to win it. So you want to be part of a winning team, you can definitely come to Northwest Cardinals. And more importantly, just as equally, I should say, man, you know, second chance. Call me. We're going to make that happen for you, and we're going to make you a champion in this life.
I was going to ask you really quick. You played football at the University of South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
No kidding.
Yes,
What
sir.
position?
I
What
play
position?
tailback, sir.
You were a tailback.
Yes, sir.
So nobody could catch up with you. That's a fact. They still are.
Whew, I tell you what,
There's a lot there.
it's funny because I'm soon to be 40 years old and I run a faster 40 now than I did at 20. So and it's just funny.
Well, you know, I mean, I know of when I helped start a semi-pro team about 38 years ago. We had 80,000 people show up at Canada at the first game. It was the first Canadian-American football game in history, apparently. And they'd waited generations to see it, and that's how what happened. It was the Snohomish County Raiders against the Trojans, BC Trojans. We had 80,000 people show up at Empire Stadium many years ago.
See, that's
And-
awesome. So you was a pioneer to make this happen for people like me. So and I greatly appreciate that, Will.
Well, now we got to live up to that. We got to get 80,000 again.
Yes,
and,
sir.
and now are you going to be playing in Canada too? Things like that?
No, sir. You know, my goal with this league, being that it's a newer league, I think it's been 6 years now, is to expand. Let's make this a bigger thing and help with more dreams to be accomplished, you know, amongst the players.
So what we're dealing with is a future season coming up this fall.
Oh, yes,
right?
sir. The season begins, our first game is in May. It's a 13-game season. We
Yeah.
have 8 home games. Like I said, season tickets are available, $25, get you in all home games, get your free beverage, you know, and a good show. Some good
Yeah.
smash mouth, old school football.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
going to be clean football. We're not going to break no rules. Now, we might have a couple 15-yard personal foul penalties, but, you know, that's okay. It's going to happen in a football game. Shows me a little intensity.
Real quick, while we got a second here, James Wlos, give us some input on PSKS, and then maybe this could fit into the Second Chances program as well. Piece of the Street for Kids in the Street.
Yeah,
James, real quick.
Yeah, Peace of the Streets for Kids in the Streets could always use someone in the sporting business. I definitely see a lot of young youths coming in the door with absolutely nothing better to do but sit, hang around, and they sit in the urban villages and destroy their lives over drugs, alcohol, and relationships that just don't add up to nothing. So they really could definitely utilize your skills for a football team.
You're very good. So PSKS could fit into this Second Chances program.
I would
right,
hope
James?
so.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
We can definitely help each other out. It's a
Incredible.
big movement.
Incredible. Yeah, James has got a lot. He's worked with to help. He was one of the founders of this program. James, right?
Yeah, Elaine started it in September of 1995.
And you were one of the
and
founders.
it's been going on for the last 19 years, Peace of the Streets, Kids in the Streets. at 1609 19th Avenue.
Okay, thank you a lot, James. Appreciate that. Real quick, one last statement, Brian. We got about a minute and a half left.
Just to reiterate everything I said, Northwest Cardinals has room for you on the team, whether you want to coach, whether you want to play, whether you want to be a cheerleader. Contact me. My information is on the bottom of the screen again. Email me, call me, text me, do whatever you got to do to get to me. And lastly, I want to, from the home front, I'm going to give a shout out to them South Carolina Gamecocks. Just competed in the combine. To Davion Clowney, Mr. Bruce Ellerton, Carnesall. Hey, good job, guys, man. I thank you for 4 great seasons at the University of South Carolina. And hey, go UW too. I'm a resident here now, and I done bought me a hat and a T-shirt. So go UW. Look forward to an exciting season from the Huskies.
Incredible. Thank you, Brian, a lot. And then they got the contact information at the bottom. Like I said, it's right all here, you guys. And then, Keith, any last statement you got, real quick?
No, I just want everybody to know that I haven't given up the fight. I went through the process of our judicial system. I got this 9th Circuit case, 12-35580. I'm not going to stop till I go to the Supreme Court. Never should have come down to this. It's a disgrace that any school district would waste $500,000 of our taxpayer dollars instead of just doing the right thing. That money could have been better spent keeping kids off the streets, giving kids second chances. So that's all on that.
Real quick, and James Loss, give us one last statement you want. Anything you want?
I'd like to see more kids get off the streets.
Yeah, I agree with him. He's done a lot for the homeless people here for 20 years as well. Good. Right, James? And he's blew the whistle on all them sitting around talking about and not doing anything. Exactly. Spending millions of dollars to do that.
Don't talk James? About it. There you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
Appreciate it a lot, you guys. Thank you very much for watching All Day Live, everybody. And as I bring up the information here, it's James Loss. Get a hold of him at psks.org. That's Keith Dougherty. Get a hold of you, Keith, at keithdough@gmail.com.
Thank you.
Right, you guys. And then we got Second Chances Youth Empowerment. Contact Brian Mann, 865-202-2474. Did I say that right? I did say that right.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. And then we got this information here, Brian Mann, same thing. You can get a hold of you. You're going to be one of the coaches, right? What are you going to coach? You're going to set this whole thing up. If we keep going, we might get a couple thousand people showing up, right?
Yeah, that's what we aim for.
To play.
Not just for the team, but for the league. Let's expand this league and get to some other states and whoop some butt outside of Washington.
Well, do you think we can get up to Canada and do that again?
That would be lovely. I think me and you and some other people can accomplish that.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have that same stadium anymore, but they got another one to still fill it up, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, let's work on that.
There's another Doug Flutie out there.
Yeah, I mean, we got nothing better to do, right?
You're right.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, you guys, everybody, for watching All Day Live. And this is WillPWilson, and we'll see you on the next rebound. Now, this is football, not basketball. Sorry about that. I mean, it's the next field place kick, right?
Next series.
Series. Championship.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot, everybody, watching All Day Live. Thank you a lot, Brian. Thank you, Keith. And thank you a lot, James. Okay. We'll see you probably more on this because we're going to read more reporting on.
Yes.
Get the football players here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
I can get them here probably next week sometime when I come back from my trip from down south.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Oops. And thank you for watching All Day Live, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Going to overtime against number 5 Missouri. 4th and goal from the 15. It's all right here. Touchdown, Carolina! Snap it back, put it down, trying to tie it up.
He missed it! He missed it! He missed it! He missed it!
Carolina wins it on the road! And for the 5th straight year, they have beaten the Clemson Tigers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium. Now put your hands together for your South Carolina Gamecocks.
All my Carolina Gamecocks, stand up, even 4th down and 9 yards. Ain't giving up, 2005 stage furrier. We blowing up, what's the reason for that other team? Showing up with my Carolina Gamecocks, stand up, what's
the sands of the mud. See, Carolina's never giving up. Running through your defense. Who the bad? It's showtime. Gamecocks to the goal line. Come and tear it up. See the scared of us. Ain't too many that's bad as us. Send them back where they came from. We don't play with them. Get them out of the stadium. Get them ready for the touchdown. See the fans on hush now when the clutch now getting rough now. Got them all on panic mode. When the Gamecock band explodes. Better man up. If you're proud to be a Carolina Gamecock fan, put your hand up. You know the deal when we hit the field. Cause that kickoff time, believe it's all real. Now who wants some? Come get some. True chance, number one in this division. I don't let the haters worry me. See the black and the garnet squad. Hit hard. Where my Gamecock fans in the place at? Put them up. Show me where your game face at. Where my Gamecock fans in the place at? Put them up. Show me where your game face at.
Carolina Gamecocks, stand up, even 4th down and 9 yards. Ain't giving up. 2005 stays spurry up. We blowing up. What's the reason for that other team showing up with my Carolina Gamecocks? Stand up. What's the line with our helmets down? Pose up. What's the reason for that other team showing up with my Carolina Gamecocks? Stand up.
Go Cops, get them on the line, backs on the grind, win on your mind. Black magic, back in the fizzle, action on the play, pass up the middle. We don't give a damn if it's 4th and 9. We can run that play like a 2nd and 8. Bring your weak leg back to the front of the line, and like a coop full of cops, we rushing the gate. Another first down, put some out of bounds. Clock stopping the ball for the touchdown. Heartbeat. 85,000 fans with my arms try to get them all to calm down. So cocky, try to stop me. Big boys on the line, but they block me. You in the field with the good on greats, fairgrounds for them tails we gave. Everybody from the Gamecocks stand up, represent, put your hands up. Gamecocks stand up, represent, put your hands up. Gamecocks stand up, represent, put your hands up. Gamecocks stand up, represent, put your hands up.
My Carolina Gamecocks.